Apart from my friend Serge, who's now dead, I had another friend. His name was Georges. Georges was slightly in love with me, in that charming way men have of being slightly in love with you without expecting anything. I was married. And our friendship contained a hint of mischief, how shall I put it? A knowing closeness. I laughed a great deal with Georges, Mr. Parsky. You know how it is when you can laugh. By the way, I've often laughed in your company. One day, Georges arrived with a woman. He thought it acceptable to introduce a woman into our relationship. He committed the solecism of comparing us. I'm not a woman, Mr. Parsky, who invites comparisons, nor am I a woman to be weighed against anyone or anything. 16 years of friendship, and he still hadn't grasped that. Worse, he confided in me. Worse still, he asked my advice. 16 years of pleasantly double-edged friendship collapsed in 3 sentences. The poor man didn't even realize. Of course, when I say the poor man, I'm speaking purely from my point of view, because he was, and this is what was most intolerable, happy. Happy, Mr. Parsky. I was very civilized about it. To have so often been civilized about things is perhaps where I've gone wrong in life. Georges married this woman. She was one of his patients. Georges is a dentist. And he had a child. We used to have lunch occasionally. We both went on pretending we were still intimates. To start with, Georges kept his end up. Our conversations, although meatless, because the meat of a conversation obviously doesn't lie in what's actually said, still retained the glow of our old conversations. And then, feeling free, God knows why, as time went on, Georges began to talk to me about his son. A certain Eric. How Georges could have called his son Eric remains a mystery to me. We never talked about my children. I have 2, although he no doubt remembered I was a mother myself. Among parents, you expect a bit of mutual unbosoming, don't you? Eric was a treasure, Mr. Parsky, a little treasure. You put him to bed, bam, he was asleep. You woke him up, he started gurgling. His little hands were so strong, his little arms were so loving. Eric sang all day long. The father was happy, the child was secure. What could be more natural? One day, Georges said to me quite seriously, with tears in his eyes, "When I take him out in his pushchair, I'm sorry for the people who walk past without smiling at him." Out of Georges's mouth, the word pushchair. The least domesticated of men, or so I thought. A man I'd known as outrageous and insolent, reduced to shreds, liquefied by paternity, and who, with no memory of himself or me, sat there boasting of his liquefaction. One evening, and I'm finally getting to what I wanted to tell you in the first place, we went to listen to some Brahms sonatas. It was a long time since we'd spent an evening together. After the concert, he took me to a Thai restaurant I particularly liked, and after dinner we had a drink at the Crillon bar. How can I explain this to you? The whole evening had gone by under some star unshackled from time. Not a word about Eric or pushchairs, not a word about married patients, just a couple of could-be lovers, as in the past, arm in arm, laughing, faintly disreputable. He took me back to my house. He walked me. He walked me because he didn't have his car. As we walked, I felt able to flirt quite freely as before, and the air was sweet. In front of my door, where in earlier days we would linger sometimes for hours, I suddenly had the feeling he was in a hurry. We said goodnight with an impersonal kiss, and I watched him running, Mr. Parsky, running.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.